Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for Wednesday, the 4th of September, 2019. And wow, what a day full of data. Lots of trade data. As you can see, a little different flavor to the stock market as we're up. Gold started off with a pretty good sized correction to the downside. It has roared back, $16 off the low roughly, up now 2 on the day. Silver has never really been that weak, up 30 cents. And copper stronger. Now copper's up because Carrie Lam, the head of Hong Kong, the appointed head, as you know, out of mainland China, has given the go-ahead, apparently, to remove extradition bill. In other words, that's not shelved anymore. It's gone. It's not going to happen. The idea is to calm down the protest in Hong Kong and get that city, and it's a financial capital. It's had about 13 weeks of protest or so, get it back into control there in terms of taming things down. Dollar index lower, euro up. Bank of Canada made its move today. I'll show you what all that is. In fact, let's go to it and we can come back to everything. The U.S. trade balance, the market, and I'm going to step back here so I don't kill myself, came in at 53.99. That's slightly higher than the 53.7 billion that was expected. They revised the prior month higher, up to 55.51 bill from 55.15, and you can see the makeup of that. The Red Book weekly sales down for the first 4 weeks of August. They were up 5.4% for the first 4 weeks of August of 2019 compared to 2018. And they were up 6.5% for the week ending August 31st to the year ago, August 31st. But a bit of a slowdown, but the kids are back in school. So I would think that slowed, it's already happened, and you back off a little bit. ISC weekly retail sales up 1.2% from the previous week, 2.1% from the year ago. It still shows the consumer is out there buying. Then I look at the impact of mortgages, and you can see the mortgage headline recap. The index itself was 558.5 versus the prior week's 576.2. That's down 3.1%. Okay. Then we come to the purchase index the weekend of August, and that was 242.6 versus 234.10. That was up, and the refis one that I look at in this a lot was 236.72 versus 25.45.6, down 7%. These lower rates, and I've noticed this now a few weeks, in terms of the refi, traders seem to be waiting. And you know, there's a lot of talk that this 10-year is going to go to 1%, and since so much tease off of that, I think you've got people watching as rates are still cheap. The New York chapter of the Institute for Supply Management Conditions, that recovered nicely. 50.3 from August, in August from July's 43.5. Employment rose to a 9-month high there. Current revenues were 50 compared with 53.2 the prior month. That's not the best number. Expected revenues, though, rose to a 4-month high of 82.3 in August from 66.1 in July. So that's an improvement. Then the Bank of Canada left their interest rates right where they were. That was widely expected. Australian GDP came in at up 0.5%, 0.5, quarter to quarter, and that was in line with the forecast. As I said, in Hong Kong, they've made a move. Germany's August service PMI index came in at 54.8, and that beat the forecast of 54.4. These are all important numbers in Europe because we get next week into the European Central Bank meeting. Market groups, August Eurozone, August services PMI came in 53.5. Again, one number above the forecast, but it's still an improvement. The market groups, UK August services PMI 50.6, below the 51, and you know all the problems going on there. And retails in the Eurozone down 0.6 month to month, in line with forecast. So a lot going on, but the U.S. stock market getting a bid. Still no movement between China and the U.S., although you've got to look out of the periphery and say that's a good move China made with Hong Kong. On the energy market, you can see a big bounce out of this. You know, each time you take away a world problem, you give a bounce in that part. Bonds and notes sold off a little bit on the news, as did Bitcoin. We're still feeling the tail end effect of Hurricane Dorian as it's pulling up that hot weather from the south as it keeps a very slow trek as it's running the shore of the East Coast, headed to the Carolinas and the Georgia. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing with everything. Want to remind you that if you're looking for information, especially on everything we're talking here, between the combination of what I write in my commentary and all these different categories that you get out of Linn Associates, I think you get a full plate of commodity news. And you can get these in the manner you want. You don't have to choose each category. It can come into a mailbox that you have, an email box, obviously. If you have our platforms, be it a mobile platform, one of our charting platforms, it comes right in there and it flashes and it tells you right when things are out. How do you get all this information? It's pretty simple, and including if you want to try our platforms. Give us a call, 866-973-2077. You can go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. You can click right up here if you're watching me on YouTube, and it'll take you there. I'll see you at the end of the day, financial, agriculture, and metal wrap-ups. See you then.